Well, well, we lost another goddamn series to the Miami Marlins, the worst team in the National League. We lost another damn series to them. You know what? I'm pissed. Like every other Phillies fan should be, they should be pissed. Because this series was very winnable. And what do we do? Once again, we fall flat on our face. Fall flat on our face when we have chances to gain ground. It happens too many times. Cesar Hernandez today, not hustling. Where's the accountability? When is there going to be some type of accountability? Hoskins finally gets a home run today. But offensively wise, from the rest of the team, 4 hits. 4 whole hits. Against a guy coming into this game with an above 5 ERA. An above 5. And you make him look like a 10-year vet in this league who is a Cy Young candidate. Aaron Nola on the other side was pretty much solid throughout this entire game until the 6th inning. Just coughed up the lead right there. Forgot how to pitch for a second. Gave up the lead like that. It was nothing. Marlins responded after we scored 2 runs. It's just, when we have a chance to shut this team down, we do not. We do not take advantage of anything. We do not take advantage at all. And am I blaming this entire game on Aaron Nola? No, I am not blaming this entire game on Aaron Nola. Yes, he blew the lead in the 6th inning. But where was the rest of the offense? Where was the run support for him? Yes, he got a 2-run lead. 2 runs should be enough for Aaron Nola against the Miami Marlins. Well, today, it wasn't enough. It wasn't. And yes, Aaron Nola does have to be better than that. He can't go in and cough in a 2-run lead like that. Cannot cough it up instantly. Just can't do it. And yes, Aaron Nola knows that he messed up. That he had a bad inning. But the entire game is not on him. Pretty much, Aaron Nola's stat line, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. On any other given day, that's a solid stat line. But it's going to be overshadowed by that 6th inning. But I'm not blaming this entire game on Aaron Nola. This game goes directly to the offense. The offense was absolutely terrible. Offense was terrible. When you only have 4 hits in a ball game, you're not going to win most days. You're just not going to. And this was a game we had to win because Aaron Nola was on the mound, and we don't win for him. We don't. Because the offense just didn't decide to play today after playing the last 2 games. They just didn't. And no momentum build off of that Boston Red Sox sweep, huh? Lose in embarrassing fashion Friday, get a nice win yesterday, and we come out with this terrible performance today, and lose another series to this terrible team. It's just amazing how much the Marlins suck against the rest of the NL East, but for some reason they're good against us. Now, who's to blame for that? It's the Phillies. Because is it playing down to your opponent, or are you just not that good enough? Are you not good enough? I don't know what to say. I don't know what the answer is. I don't. So, for the first 5 innings, nothing happening. Phillies only had 1 hit through 5 innings. Marlins were getting some base runners on, but the Phillies defense and Aaron Nola were getting out of the innings. And Aaron Nola, I think after the 3rd inning or the 2nd inning, retired 11 straight batters until the 6th. So, we go to the top of the 6th inning. The first 2 batters for the Phillies get outs, but Cesar Hernandez comes up the plate. He just unloads on a ball, gets his pitch, just staring off at it, just jogging down the line, thinking this ball is absolutely crushed and into the second deck. Well, it didn't. It hit the wall, and you got a single out of it. Too many times, and I mean too many times this has happened this season with this ball club, with the lack of hustle. Gene Segura has done it way too much. Cesar Hernandez is definitely not a first-time offender. He's done it a lot this season. Where is the accountability? When is there going to be some type of accountability for these types of mistakes? When is there going to be a tone set? Look at what the Braves did to Ronald Acuna when he thought a ball was crushed against the Los Angeles Dodgers and it hit off the wall, and he only got a single out of that because he didn't run out of the box. What did their manager do? Walked right up to him after that inning, and he benched him for the rest of the game. That's a tone setting for the clubhouse. It's inexcusable. It's unacceptable. Even though you're taking one of your best hitters out of the ball game from Ronald Acuna, that's the right decision to make. It's a tone setter. And it's discipline. Showing the players that you can't do that. You can't do that in this game. You cannot hustle. Well, you cannot not hustle. But Rhys Hoskins does save Cesar's ass for a little bit in the next at bat. Absolutely crushes a shot to left field to make it 2-0. And Rhys Hoskins' reaction, just hopefully he can build off of this. Hopefully he can build off this because he's been in the worst slumps you can ever imagine. The guy just can't get anything going. He finally gets it going today with that moonshot. You see him running down the first base line as he knows it's gone. He does a little fist pump for himself. Just hopefully he found his swing and can find some type of consistency out of this because he definitely needs it. He needs that consistency. So, 2-0 Phillies after 6. So what happens in the bottom of the 6th? Aaron Nola, like I said, coughs the lead right up. He gets the first guy out, but then Holiday, the very next pitch, doubles. And then Curtis Granderson walks. John Birdie gets an RBI single to make it 2-1 Phils. And then Starlin Castro, the Philly killer, the good old Philly killer, gets a 2-run RBI double to make it 3-2 Marlins. Just like that, the lead is lost in that very inning. And Aaron Nola in that inning was just a ton of off-speed pitches. It's just, I don't know if that's main. I don't know if that's on Aaron Nola for just throwing so many off-speed pitches. JT, is that on the coaching staff? I don't know. But Aaron Nola's approach in that inning was absolutely terrible. Just throwing curveball after changeup after curveball after changeup. Maybe mixed in one fastball in there. Just didn't throw enough fastballs in that inning. Just constant off-speed pitches, and the Marlins time keyed off of it. They were waiting for that off-speed pitch. They were waiting for that curveball to miss its location, and they keyed off of it. And that's why it's 3-2. And yes, Aaron Nola has to be better. He's our ace. He knows he has to be better. But the entire game's not on him. It's not. It's on the offense. It's on the offense. And in the 8th inning, this is funny. We pinch hit for Adam Hazley because there's a lefty on the mound for the Marlins. And who do we bring in? Sean Rodriguez, the good old Sean Rodriguez. What does he do? He strikes out in 4 pitches. Michael Franco gets his first crack in the lineup since returning to the MLB level. He strikes out, just swinging at every pitch. Swinging at every pitch. And then pinch hitting for Aaron Nola is the good old Andrew Knapp. Good old Andrew Knapp in a big situation. Gabe Kapler just loves throwing Sean Rodriguez, Andrew Knapp into big situations. He flies out. It's just so many times this season we have seen Sean Rodriguez, Andrew Knapp thrown into situations where we need a big hit or get a base runner on. They don't do it. Both those guys suck. They are terrible. Oh my God, how many times have we used those two for something big, something to happen, to get something going? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It happens once in a blue moon possibly, but it happens mostly 99.9% of the time it doesn't happen. Yeah, I get it. There's a lefty on the mound. Put the right-hander batters out there. They still suck. I would have rather take the chance with Brad Miller or Logan Morrison. But that also proves just how bad our bench is and how banged up it is. It's absolutely pathetic. It's terrible. So, basically a waste of an 8th inning right there. And we don't do anything in the 9th inning after our Cesar leadoff walk. Rhys Hoskins strikes out, JT flies out, and Corey Dickerson grounds out. Another series that we should have won against a terrible team. We lose. We lost a series to the Padres last weekend. We lose one to the Marlins once again. And failing once again to gain any ground in this wildcard race. Failing once again. We're getting lucky that the Mets are got swept by the Braves. The Cubs possibly getting swept by the Washington Nationals right now. They're losing 5-3. And the Brewers, they're even losing their game against the Diamondbacks. And right now in the standings, we're 2 games out. Before this game, we were a game and a half out. So if we won today, we would have been a game out. And the Chicago Cubs lost, we would have been a half game out. Funny how things change. Even if the Cubs lose today, we'll still be a game and a half out. But a half game is better than a game and a half. It's way better. And once again, the Phillies just have a chance to gain ground, have a chance to build some momentum, build some consistency. They fall flat on their face. It happens way too much. Happens way too much. They fall flat on their face. It happens way too often. Way too often. And we have a series coming up against the Pittsburgh Pirates Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The Pirates have fallen off big time. They have been very terrible as of late. We won the series back after the All-Star break. We won that series. But this is a series you have to win. But classic Phillies, they struggle against teams that are below 500. They struggle. Just can't find a way to beat them. Just can't find a way to beat the bad teams. And that's the difference between a good team and an average team. They beat down the people who are worse than you. Good teams beat down the people who are terrible. And the Phillies right now, they're playing average baseball. They can't beat the teams that are below them. Yeah, they're playing up to their competition when they play teams like the Cubs. When they play teams that are better than them. Sometimes they'll play up to the competition, but when it comes to teams that are below us in the standings, no, we struggle against them. We forget how to play baseball. And we have Jason Vargas on the mound Monday, Drew Smiley on Tuesday, Vince Velasquez on Wednesday. That's going to be a fun series with those three pitchers on the mound. Fun series. This team. It's just, and just a little story. After this ball game, I went out shopping for a little bit, came back home, listening to 94 WIP right after they ended their Phillies post game. A caller called in, complaining about Aaron Nola, saying he's a faker, he's not a real ace. A real ace would have gone in there and shut down the door. What? Yeah, an ace does shut down the door. But Aaron Nola had a bad inning. He's human. He's going to have mistakes. Does he have to shut down the door right there? Yeah. He has to be better than that. But to say he's a faker? No. He is no way in hell a faker. He is our ace. He is the best pitcher on our staff. He's the best pitcher we drafted in a while since Cole Hamels. Sometimes I don't get Phillies fans. I don't. And also sounded like that guy just wanted. He also said, make Charlie Manuel the appointed manager for the rest of the season. So that's just a guy that wants Charlie Manuel back as the Phillies manager. Yeah, Charlie won a World Series in 2008. Doesn't mean he's going to win it with this ball club. It does not mean that whatsoever. It doesn't. It was just, that call was hilarious, and it just fueled me even more. It did, because it's absolutely ridiculous. So, off that note, what are you guys' thoughts on this terrible ball game? What are you guys' thoughts on this terrible series loss? What are your thoughts on going into the Pirates series? And do you think the Phillies are going to either fall apart after this, or are they going to wake up and do something? So, don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.